It was a cold evening in London, the kind where the streets looked calm on the surface but felt uneasy underneath. That was the night Emily Carter, a 26-year-old junior architect, disappeared without a trace. Emily was known for her routine. Same office hours. Same bus stop. Same walk home every evening. Nothing about her life suggested danger, until she left work at exactly 6:15 p.m. and never made it home. But before we continue, if you're enjoying this story already, take a second to like this video, drop a comment telling me your theory of what happened to Emily, and follow for more suspense-filled stories like this. You're not going to want to miss how this one ends. At 6:42 p.m., Emily called her roommate. "I'm on my way home," she said casually. That was the last time anyone heard from her. By midnight, panic began. By morning, it became official. Emily Carter was missing. Her bag was found near a quiet street in Beverly. Not thrown. Not stolen in a rush. Just placed neatly beside a wall like someone had taken their time. That detail alone was enough to change the tone of the case. Because it didn't feel like chaos, it felt controlled. That was when Detective Rose Blake was assigned to the case. Rose Blake was known across Public Bureau of Investigation for one thing. She didn't chase noise. She chased truth. Calm under pressure. Sharp with details. The kind of detective who noticed what others ignored. When she arrived at Emily's apartment, she didn't rush in. She observed. Everything looked normal. Too normal. Shoes aligned perfectly. Laptop closed neatly. No signs of forced entry. No struggle. No mess. But something stood out immediately. Emily's keys were missing. That meant she didn't leave in panic. She left with purpose. Or trust. Outside, officers questioned neighbors. No one saw anything unusual. No screams. No suspicious activity. Nothing. It was as if Emily had simply vanished from the street. But Rose didn't believe in disappearances without footprints. She requested CCTV footage from Camden Street. And that's when things shifted. The footage showed Emily walking normally. Then pausing near a small cafe, she looked up and smiled. Rose immediately stopped the video. That smile wasn't fear. It was recognition. A man stood partially hidden near the cafe entrance. Not fully visible, but close enough to suggest familiarity. Emily knew him. Rose narrowed her eyes. This wasn't random, she said quietly. The cafe owner, Mr. Howard, was the next to be questioned. Nervous. Avoiding eye contact. "I saw her," he admitted reluctantly. "She spoke to someone before she left." Rose placed a screenshot from CCTV on the counter. Silence followed. Too long. Too heavy. Finally, he spoke. A man came. Tall. Dark coat. They spoke like they already knew each other. Rose leaned forward. Did she leave with him? Mr. Howard nodded slowly. Yes. She got into his car willingly. That changed everything. No struggle. No resistance. Which meant trust. Which meant history. By evening, transport records confirmed it. At 6:49 p.m., Emily entered a black vehicle just 2 streets away from the cafe. No force. No hesitation. The vehicle was traced to a private rental under a name, Daniel Stone. But when Rose ran it through every database available in the system, nothing came up. No records. No identity trail. No digital footprint. It was as if Daniel didn't exist. Rose leaned back in her chair. "This is intentional," she muttered. The investigation led them to an abandoned warehouse near London. When officers entered, it looked empty. But Rose knew better. Inside, they found a single chair, fresh rope fibers on the ground, and Emily Carter's bracelet. Still there. Still recent. Rose picked it up slowly. "She was here," she said quietly. "But she's not anymore." Then her phone buzzed, an unknown audio file. She played it. A calm male voice filled the room. "Detective Rose Blake. I was expecting you." The officers went silent. The voice continued. "Emily Carter is not the victim. She is the signal." Rose's expression didn't change, but her mind was already calculating. Then came the final line. "And now you're exactly where I want you." Silence. Rose looked around the warehouse. This wasn't a kidnapping scene. It was a setup. A psychological game. And then it clicked. Years ago, Rose had worked on a collapsed investigation involving an unidentified strategist. Someone who predicted police movement before it happened. A man who was never caught. A name that appeared only in fragments. Daniel Stone. The same name now attached to this case. Rose exhaled slowly. So this wasn't about Emily. It never was. Emily was bait. And Rose Blake was the real target. But instead of reacting, Rose did something unexpected. She stepped back. This is not where he wants us, she said calmly. He wants us chasing shadows. She turned away from the warehouse. We follow the pattern. Not the fear. That's when Rose changed direction. Instead of searching abandoned areas, she followed the pattern back into the city. It led her to a residential building in silence. Apartment 4B. She knocked once. No answer. Twice. Still nothing. Then she spoke clearly. Emily Carter. It's Detective Rose Blake. I know you're in there. A long pause, then a faint sound inside. A lock clicked. The door opened slowly, and there she was, Emily Carter, alive, shaken, but standing. Behind her was a hidden corridor leading to another exit route. Rose understood immediately. Emily had been moved early. Hidden in plain sight inside the city the entire time, the warehouse was never the holding location. It was distraction. As officers moved in to secure her, Rose looked out toward the street. Somewhere in London, Daniel Stone was still watching, still calculating, still free. But this time, Rose Blake wasn't reacting anymore. She was already ahead. Before you go, what you just heard wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning. So if you don't want to miss the intense final showdown, make sure you follow right now, like this video, and drop a comment saying part 2 so you're the first to see how it all ends. Because trust me, the ending is where everything explodes.